What up, Buckeye Nation? Welcome to the Buckeye Boys, where we talk about college football with real fans. I'm your host, Devan. This is your other host, Melo. And tonight, we got another guest for you. You've seen him before, Doug Zilla. What up, Doug? How you doing tonight, my man?
Hey, what's going on, guys? How y'all feeling?
I'm
Pretty
good, brother.
good. Pretty good. It was a long
That's
day
what's
for
up.
me. I'm drained, so I told y'all before I hit record, y'all better carry the show tonight, man. I'm tired.
Hey,
I'm
let's do
tired.
this. Let's do this.
We got you,
uh,
brother.
I'm sure I'll wake up. I'm sure I'll wake up. But Mello, about you? How was your day, my man?
Man, I had soccer today, practice. They had good practice, man. They did hills, they did a lot of sprinting, they did a lot of transition and counterattacking. It was awesome, man. It was one of the better practices. And then I just got here like maybe 5 minutes ago, hop right on.
Nice. Yeah, I feel
Good
you.
stuff.
That's
Good
about how
stuff.
I was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
how was
man.
your day,
So,
Dev?
oh, dude, good, tiring, wore out. So
Yeah.
I leave for Oregon next week for the Oregon game, and I'm gonna spend about 12 days total in Oregon. So I'm been busy busting my butt getting things ready for when I'm gone because I run the company. So
Yeah.
I got to get a bunch of things organized for some other people to distribute responsibilities and make sure stuff still gets handled when I'm gone. So, but it'll be worth it because my phone, it's going off when I'm gone. I'll turn it on to go live in the stadium
Yeah.
for the game, but that's it, dude. I'm going
Why don't you
ghost.
just put on D&D so I can contact you, bro? I need to know. I need
Shoot,
updates.
yeah,
What's
bro.
going on? You're gonna be in the scene in the party, man. You know I'm
Oh, no, no,
super
no. During
jealous.
the game. So like I'm going up there Thursday. So Friday and Saturday, I'll have my phone on because I gotta be texting during the game and all
Right.
that stuff. But like when Sunday rolls around,
Oh yeah,
it's done for. Phone's
I
going
feel
off
that.
because, you know, for instance, yesterday I got 47 phone calls. That's how many times, and that was a light day. That ain't nothing. That's how
No.
many phone calls I took yesterday. I texted back and forth over 200 times. I sent over 200 text messages yesterday. So, but that's me
Comes
doing
with the
estimates
territory,
and
right?
yeah, man, for sure. It is what it is. But I want to get into the Buckeyes tonight, man. Played Michigan State last week, handled business, took care of business. We're 4-0. As we all know, the schedule kind of goes up in strength a little bit each week. And this is another step up for Michigan State, man, in a whole lot of ways. A lot of people are excited about this game because they're like, man, let's see what the Buckeyes can do against Iowa because it's going to be similar November 30th when we go there.
Oh
So
yeah,
I think that is probably what people are most excited to see. Hey, are we going to be able to go in to Scum November 30th and play that game and handle business? And if we handle business against Iowa, the fans' confidence is going to go way up. I mean, I'm already confident as I'll get it. I don't care how they play Iowa. That's a different beast, that game then. So
Yeah.
I think we're going to handle it. But we all know, Iowa doesn't have the best passing offense. They got a pretty good rushing offense. They got a pretty good rushing defense. Their passing defense isn't the best. But anyway, I want to dive into it. I want to kind of get y'all's thoughts. So Doug, we'll start with you tonight on some general thoughts. We'll go with the flow. If you want to start with offense or defense, wherever it is you want to start, man, we'll just roll with it.
All right. Well, just looking forward to this game Saturday. What's better than, being 4-0? That's a chance of being 5-0.
Amen.
And I think for us we have uh I'll start out by saying I think we have a wide receiver one and 1A situation, and it all depends on how the game unfolds. You can either rely on the slot and Emeka Egbuka, or you can go on the deep end with JJ Smith, and I think they both are performing at a high clip right now, and that's a beautiful thing to see. So you have a lightning and thunder in the backfield with Quinshawn and Travion. I think he was a little dinged up in the Michigan game, but I think he's all right. Hopefully, he's going to be clicking at a high level on Saturday. But you also have a 1 and 2 punch with JJ and Emeka so far. Um, Let's see, what are we talking? 7 for 96 yards for Emeka, 1 touchdown last week. I expect, maybe around the same. JJ 5 for 83, 2 touchdowns. I mean, why not? Death taxes
Yeah.
and Jeremiah Smith getting the ball. It's a sure thing, right?
Yeah.
So
Doug, let me ask you this real
yeah.
fast, man. Do you think so you're talking about our wide receivers right now and our running backs. Who gets utilized more this game? Do you expect to see a difference? Because as of now, our offense has been pretty balanced. We're ranked 14th for passing nationally, 14th for running nationally. So it's like, do you see this game going a different direction, or do you see us being able to handle business in the rushing and the passing game?
I see. Ugh, that's a good question. I think we'll take what they can give us. I think the biggest threat in the secondary is Jamari Harris with 2 interceptions on the season. But other than that, you have times where they're looking terrible against Troy, and Troy was throwing over top of them. And they when they were playing Iowa State, it was the same situation too. So you might see us try to start out with a little bit of small ball. You might see some Will Howard running. Um, I would like to see some gut punching. Where I would like to see the interior line getting to the second level and actually not necessarily relying on perimeter, because I think we could do damage and wear out a team like Iowa easier if we can get good runs up the middle, and get Quinshawn and Travion to the second level where they can do damage to the secondary.
Yeah, I feel you for sure. Melo, what's your thoughts on that question?
I think really is whatever they want, however they want us to beat them. It doesn't matter.
Right.
We'll beat them over the top. We're going to beat them on the ground. It really doesn't matter. I honestly don't think it's going to be as close as people think. I think, like I said yesterday, 41-3. Iowa hasn't played anybody in terms of an offense with a pulse. And this offense, it has more than a pulse. I think we're going to demolish them. And people are going to know that's when they're going to start like, all right, this offense is for real. They actually played somebody. Like, they couldn't tell it. Like, you can't tell or put on your diagnostic on watching us play and how we play and know that it's going to translate to whoever we play. And there's not a defense in America stopping this offense, because you can't stop both. And we can do both very well at an extremely high level. So, I mean, it doesn't matter who we play. Bama, Iowa, I don't really care.
Yeah.
BTA.
Yeah. To your point, Melo, I think it's like, show your hand. What are you gonna give us in the first, couple reads? If this is what y'all want to do today, then this is how we're gonna boogie. So,
and I got a feeling they're gonna try to shut down Jeremiah, only because Optimus is getting all the notoriety right now. So I think they're gonna roll coverage to him until they can't anymore, because Quinshawn and Trey are gonna eat. And then you're going to have Cardinal and Emeka eating. We have 3 number ones. I know you said 1A and 1B. We got 3 number ones. If you look at their receptions and the total yardage, they're all number ones. So,
well, if you look at the Michigan State game, our offense didn't open up until the reception with Carnell.
Yeah,
it was like kind of, I don't like a jet sweep type of pass throw out or whatever, and you had Jeremiah and I think Emeka was up top blocking for him. We're popping it open from there. So,
Yeah. So for me, I personally think, man, that Iowa's going to put a lot of effort into stopping us from running the ball. And they're actually pretty good at it. But Melo, like you said, they haven't really faced an offense like ours whatsoever. But I got some interesting stats for you here as far as the rushing side of the game goes on both sides of the ball. Iowa's rushing defense is ranked number 4th. They allow 62 rushing yards per game. Ohio State's rushing defense is ranked 3rd. And they only allow 61.8 rushing yards per game. So you got a pretty dang near even rushing defense. So one would say that on both sides of the ball, when both teams are on defense, it's going to be hard to rush, except for the fact that Iowa hasn't really been in the same sentence. I mean, who has Ohio State played defensively to stop the rush? Now we're about to find out. Now
Michigan
on the offensive,
State.
they were definitely good at it, and we still rushed the ball.
But this is the thing. They had 47 rushing yards, Michigan State. The reason they couldn't run anymore because the offense was so high powered, they had to start throwing. So I see the same thing happening with Iowa. We're going to go up. They're going to have to start throwing. And the running back's not going to be able to run. And I think our focus is going to be to shut down the run because we don't respect their passing game at all.
Yeah, because they're ranked 10th nationally for their rushing offense. They rush for 250 yards per game. Ohio State's ranked 14th. We rush for 227 yards per game. But here's the difference, though. Ohio State has the 14th ranked passing offense. Iowa has the 124th ranked passing offense at 147 yards per game. And our defense, our passing defense only allows 134 yards per game. So it's like if you put these teams side by side, where the big difference is in the passing game. That's mainly where it is. So,
yeah,
if I go off of that, I can, I just see them giving us more passing yards than rushing yards. Chip Kelly said in his press conference, Doug, you answered beautifully when you said, we're going to take what they can give us. I feel like they're going to give us a lot more passing yards than they are rushing yards. That's just how I feel. But what's your guys' thoughts on that?
I'm cool with that personally. Go ahead. I want to see the optimist show.
Yeah.
I want Ennis to get in. I want to see Ennis ball out. I want to see Carnell ball out. I want to see Mac ball out. Maybe Bryson Rogers or Mylan Graham could get in.
Really, though?
But I definitely want to see the optimist show.
Let's not turn this into a trap game. Let's not fool around with it. Let's go ahead and put them away by the first half, the end of the first half, and let's get our guys. Let's get our guys going in the background. I mean, why not? You said it beautifully. We get to the pass. We become an avalanche as far as when it comes to shutting down their rushing offense. I mean, you got Caleb Johnson from Ohio who has 685 rushing yards for their team. He's a leading rusher. One of the things that I saw with him is he more so thrives in attacking the perimeter. So it's going to be one of those things where our DNs are going to have to be patient. And and our D tackles, they're going to have to be nasty dogs. And so if we go ahead and shut that down, we become an avalanche. We suffocate them to a point where they try to pass and then it's just a fiasco from there. We got lockdown guys who are ready to go at all times. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to see Sonny Styles actually take on some of these responsibilities and see, how these lanes are going to unfold. And these lanes, I wouldn't even say it like I'm not concerned about it, but I think these lanes are like they're going to be so wide for him. It's going to be an eye-opener for him. He's going to read this thing so much better, and he's going to see a guy barreling down, and he's going to be like, let's go.
Yeah.
Shut it down.
Now, as far as on the defensive side of the ball, Marshall had a rushing quarterback. Michigan State had a quarterback that could run as well. So we saw, let's be honest, we saw what looked like our defense struggling in the first half as far as adjusting to it. Soft coverage on the outside, going with 3 linebacker looks and all that. There's no rushing threat from the Iowa quarterback that I'm aware of anyway. Is there?
No.
No. Okay, so what do we think we're going to deal with out here? What's Jim Knowles coming out with? Do you expect another first half like we saw in Michigan State or in Marshall, where Jim Knowles is playing around with soft coverage and 3 linebackers, and they're able to do screens real easy, toss it off to the easy throw to the side, go down the sidelines or whatever?
That type of stuff.
Or, are you seeing a little bit coming out a little bit more aggressive? Because the last 2 games, the defense has not come out that aggressive as far as in coverage for sure. So what do you guys expect to see on the defensive side in regards to that?
Well, for me, I'm expecting a lot more pressing. They're going to press the wide receivers. There's no threat from the quarterback running. I think we do see a good mixture of the three linebacker set because the running back, they're going to show them a lot of respect and they're going to want to shut it down early. But once it starts into a passing game where Iowa's forced to pass, they're going to go back to their normal defense with two linebackers. So that's what I'm expecting. I'm expecting them to shut down the run from the very beginning. Tyleik Williams is playing.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Day already said that. So it's going to be nasty. I want to see K-Mac get some snaps as well because if you look at him statistically, he's one of the best D tackles statistically in the entire country in terms of he gets more pressure on the quarterback than even Tyleik at a win rate percentage.
Oh, wow.
And he has the most negative plays for our offense in terms of run stopping. So, I mean,
my man was bringing the tenacity.
He needs to be number 3.
You know what I mean? He was bringing the tenacity even during garbage time.
Thank you, Kirby Smart, for thinking he's too short. We appreciate you up here in Columbus.
Absolutely.
There ain't no doubt, dude.
Yeah, I didn't mean to talk over you, but I mean, this guy brings some nasty just tenacity up front, and it'll be a treat to see him. I would like to see a lot of that the big man package, see a lot of those guys rotating in, just get it going up there. Put their offensive line in a little bit of a confusion, a little bit of check some vulnerabilities.
Yeah, I'm excited to see Tyleik back for sure because I think, like I said, at the beginning of the season, I chose a defensive tackle as the most valuable defensive player on the team. A lot of people thought I was crazy, but I kind of cheated, went back and watched a lot of film from last year, and he's a very disruptive person. I think we're gonna see a different D line out there. Now, I'm not saying like we don't have, like we just talked about K-Mac and all those, but I mean, when you bring Tyleik in, man, it's just a different feel to the game. Why? Because Ty and Tyleik, they really mesh well together. They've been playing beside each other for a while. They know how to operate. They know how to communicate to each other. So it brings that fluidity back into the D line. And, you know, you got Tyleik attacking up field and Ty Hamilton just being that block behind him that just don't budge an inch. And, you know, I am excited to see what specifically our defensive line does, but in the same regard, our linebackers as well. Because if you think about the strength of our linebackers, you know, if they know the team's running the ball, I feel a lot more comfortable there with knowing that Sonny Styles knows they're about to run the ball. He's going to come crashing down, dude. So,
right,
you know, I'm excited in that regard as well. So,
do you guys think that they're going to activate Caleb Downs this game?
The old activation, son.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good question. Do you?
Do you, Doug?
Why not? I think so.
I do too. Because I think,
like they're not necessarily going to be known to be. They're not deep ball threats. Okay,
right.
So, and this guy can be like the little jackknife, you know, hide a DB blitz, come from nowhere type situation easily, and he has the athleticism to cover. And I think. I believe in our cornerbacks too. You have to have trust in your cornerbacks, right, to be locked down in case something doesn't go right, or in case they are able to hold. So, that's I believe that today.
You see Caleb's down. Yeah, you see Caleb's down strengths the last couple games when he's coming downfield and can sniff out that run on the edge for sure. It's dangerous, but like Jim Knowles said in his press conferences before. He wasn't activated, right?
Yeah.
But he was still back there doing his job. But Doug, like you just said, he doesn't need to be back there doing his job because there's really not that big of a threat. Iggy and Denzel are not going to need help on the outside. I just don't think they will. So, therefore, I mean, even if you keep Lath, all you need is somebody back there, put Lathan Ransom back there, or send both these safeties crashing the box every time. And it's good God, dude.
Oh, goodness.
Right? Like, what are you supposed to do there? But all right, let's get into a little predictions for the game here. Let's start on let's go on the defensive side of the ball. How many rushing yards do you guys think Iowa is going to have at the end of the game? They average 250 rushing yards per game. Do we keep them below their average or do they hit their average?
They are at 230 yards this Saturday.
Okay, so you're leaning towards they still get some pretty good rushes going. Melo?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 50 yards, bro. I'm telling you, they're gonna shut this. I'm serious, man.
I feel
they're about to shut this run game completely down, and we're gonna score early and often because I mean, I know.
Well, we're not to the scoring yet. We're just on.
Okay, but I'm just saying why. That's why I'm getting to the prediction. I'm not going to give the score. I'm just saying, like,
okay.
I think
how are they on penalties?
What?
I didn't see a lot of penalties the last couple weeks from them.
Iowa and penalties. Well, let me tell you. Give me 1 second. We'll go to
because that also depends on how far the ball gets down the field too. So
I don't. Okay, fewest penalty yards. Let's see here. Holy Toledo. Iowa is ranked number 1 for fewest penalty yards. So they're pretty good there.
Pretty disciplined. So,
yeah. They only got 11 penalties on the entire year. So, yeah, they're pretty good there.
We're going to see how many they have this game.
Yeah, I'm kind of right. I'm kind of right in the middle of you guys. I mean, I think we hold them way below their average, but I think they're going to get about 150 rushing yards. But if we add passing yards into that, I wouldn't be surprised if Iowa has a hard time getting 200 yards of offense this game. What about you, Melo?
I think they're only getting 50 rushing.
They're dinking and dunking. I'm bad.
I think they're going to be under 200.
You think under 200 too? Doug, how about you?
Dinks and dunks.
Well, you already chose them over 200. I'll give them
230 out of respect.
He said that for rushing though, didn't he?
Yeah,
no,
he said
passing.
Okay.
He said zero passing. No, I like
zero
it.
Passing.
Zero, boy.
I mean, I will reverse. I'll be mellow on this one. I'll say they have around 50
passing,
50
and 230 rushing.
Yeah, so about 200. So still under 300 yards. Okay.
Yeah, 270.
Gotcha. What does our offense do on these guys? Give me your thoughts on what you think we're going to have rushing yards wise and passing yards wise. And you guys can also go in a little deeper here as far as pick a running back you think maybe shows up a little bit this game and pick a receiver that you maybe shows up a little bit this game. Doug?
More touches for Carnell. Feed the man. It's going to be a clinic it could be a clinic this Saturday for Will Howard if things are lined up the right way. But feed him and let's feed the young guys in a Big Ten game. Of course we got to show out in front of the recruits. So I think a lot of JJ is going to be there, right? I think a lot of Quinshawn is going to be featured as well, Travion, and then I think James Peoples is going to get some play and get some burn as well.
Oh wow! Okay.
It would be a nice challenge to have. He's starting to be to take on RB3. He's gotten Ohio State touches. He is on the stats with touchdowns and everything. So
yeah.
Let's get into Big Ten play. Show you how serious it is. But like I said, let's get to them early. Shut them down by the half. Let's get them rested. Let's get let's see some Lincoln Keenholz.
Oh
What?
Lordy, I don't know about
I don't want to see any Lincoln King hosts.
I think,
just be honest.
yeah, I don't either. But I don't think. I think if we see James Peoples, it's going to be in the fourth quarter with the second string quarterback and all that stuff. Ryan Day said in his press conference, one of the beat writers asked him, "Hey, how do you juggle this game, wanting to give people some experience in case you need them down the line and whatnot?" And he made an emphasis in saying, "For this game, I'm playing who we need to play to win the game. That's it, period." He said there's zero thought in, hey, let's get these guys some experience. But that doesn't mean if it's a blowout by the third quarter like every other game it's been, we're not going to see some people. Melo, what you thinking as far as the offensive side of the ball with pass yards, rush yards, and then everything else?
Passing yards, I think will be around 275. Rushing yards, I think we're going to be around 150. But it could flip-flop depending on what Iowa wants to do, what they want to take away, because you're not taking away both. So it really depends on what they want to do from a defensive standpoint. In terms of wide receivers with the most yards, I think it's going to be a Mecca. I think Optimus is going to be in the end zone again. I think Emeka leads us in yards this game from the wide receiver standpoint. From the running back standpoint, I think Trey's going to eat this game. I think they're going to feature Trey a little bit more just because they kind of gave Quinshawn more carries last week, and they're going to let him all right, we're going to rush you a little bit.
Yeah. I predict over 400 yards of passing and about 150 yards of rushing. And I really think you're going to see a lot of Trey Henderson in the passing game.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm predicting a little bit. I can see Quinshawn for sure, getting some rushes as well. But for some reason, I'm just on the passing side of the ball. I think we're going to see a lot more creative things there. Because I think that's what this defense is going to give us. I think they're going to give us a lot of opportunities. And this is the game where we could definitely see some downfield passing from Will Howard as well. So excited to see that, see if he can get a little redemption there as well. One final thing.
Your prediction. I like your prediction.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I like yours the best.
Yeah,
I do.
Sure.
I do. That's a great
I talked
prediction.
you guys into it, bro.
I'm gonna get good at this. I'm gonna be ready.
I love his prediction, man. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you guys.
Yeah. It made so much sense,
Yeah.
I mean,
well, anyway, let's get one final prediction here before we wrap it up. Just wanted to come in real quick, give you guys our thoughts on the Iowa game. I'm pumped for some college football, man. It's like, dude, when college football season starts, I feel like Saturdays go by so fast, man, and the game gets done, and I'm like, bro, dang, man, are they play Sunday too or what?
Right.
And then I try to get into the NFL, and I'm just like, man, I ain't even trying to watch this right now. But I don't know why, dude. It just, and then it's coming up, dude. I don't know. It's almost like I get stoked for it. I almost start my college football Saturdays on Friday morning. Like I get into that zone. I'm like, man, screw work. I ain't washing no clothes. I ain't cleaning nothing. I'm chilling out. I'm getting ready for college football.
Yeah.
But what do you guys think the score is going to be this game? I know that, Melo, we talked about it last night. So let's just go through again. Doug, we'll start with you. What's your score prediction for the game?
So, to your point, I'm kind of with you on that. Actually, I work 3 days a week at a hospital, and I'm actually on my weekend now. And so I'm set up for Buckeye football from here on out. But I would say that we are going to be 63-3.
Woo! That's a big score.
63-3.
Dang, bro. The offense cooking, son.
Oh, we get
Cooking.
63-3. I don't care that Bama beat Georgia. We better be number one. Period.
Shut it down.
I like
Shut
that.
it down.
Melo, tell everybody your score prediction one more time.
I got 41-3. Good
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah, it's crazy. Everybody picking 3, man. I got 49-3. I picked 49-3 for Michigan State as well, though. So I'm on that 49-3 number, man. Tyreek Williams, baby. 3 points. I'm telling you. Watch out. Watch out. Anyway, any final thoughts from you two?
It's going to be a great game. I hope you guys got your popcorn. This is week 1 of a 2-week schedule for the Buckeyes where they're about to put the entire country on notice, and people are going to recognize what's really good and what's up, and other coaches are going to start fearing Chip Kelly and Jim Knowles.
Mm-hmm. I will say this. Last week on the chat, I called out that there was going to be a tight end touchdown last week. So
okay,
shout out
G Scott.
Shout out G Scott. I think G Scott's going to emerge. You're going to see more or 88 on the field. And then man, it's going to be a good game. I'll look forward to the reactions and everything like that, and we'll get back together and I'll have some notes for that. And I'm looking forward to some other games because I understand that this is probably not on everybody's. This is not the national favorite of this weekend, but
yeah,
we Buckeyes are going to take what we can get, and we're going to get this win.
No doubt, man. Well, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the comment section below. And if you want to come on, like Doug's coming on over here, shoot us an email, buckeyeboys@gmail.com with 3 Z's. Yeah, man, we appreciate you.
Yeah.
We couldn't have this show without you, man. So on that note, go Buckeyes. OH, baby.
Ayo.